maybe this is the year where Greece completely turns European women's basketball upside down by winning the title. But, of course, a lot of ball has to be played for that to happen. And right now, it's all attention on this one. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Shona Thorburn. And Shona, it's a pleasure to be with you again tonight, as always. In fact, it's been a pleasure to be with you every day. And Belgium is a team that, do you sense the pressure is off?
Absolutely. Right now, they have nothing to lose. You know, they punched that ticket in the quarterfinal game to the World Cup with making history for their country in women's basketball. So as far as pressure, they have none. And when a team plays with no pressure, they play good basketball. And I think we're going to see that. And, you know, this Belgium team has players who have played and been successful at the highest level. So I think they can compete with a very strong Spanish team. I do think what's going to separate these two teams is going to be the bench. And obviously Spain has a stronger bench. I mean, just, you know, you look at them, they're talented, they play on the best teams in Europe, they are Olympic medalists, World Cup medalists, and I think that is going to be the hard thing for Belgium to slow them down, because Spain can just sub someone in and nothing lets go.
Well, if there is one thing that points to Belgium, how many games have they lost in this EuroBasket Women?
You know, they actually have a better record than this Spanish team.
And also, they've beaten some good teams. So, you know, the really intriguing aspect of this game for me will be Messerman going up against Sancho Little, and also seeing Ann Valters coming in. Certainly they were red hot in the first quarter the other day, and Messerman kept it going the whole game. And we know what Spain can do, but the longer this game goes on, the longer that it's close, the longer the Belgians will believe in their chances. So we're going to have the playing of both national anthems. Belgium first.
National anthem of Belgium, and now please listen to the national anthem.
So that was the Belgian national anthem, and now we're going to hear Spain's national anthem. Seems like the Spain national anthem is played at a little bit faster clip than the others. I don't know what it is. But those are the two national anthems. The real powerhouse of women's basketball. Number 2 in the Nike FIBA World Ranking, Spain in white, hugging, embracing the dark uniforms of the Belgians, who are the new kids on the block, if you will. I mean, they've made it back to the EuroBasket Women. And there we have the 3 referees who will be presiding over tonight's game. And just a second. So Spain, I think, came into this tournament probably as the favorites to win the title. And so they've got a big following here. Boris Krejic and Ventislav Velikov and Martins Kozlovskis from Slovenia, Bulgaria, and Latvia. And we'll have a look at both rosters coming up, as well as the starting fives. And there's the Evergreen Ann Walters, who is she's been Belgium's Athlete of the Year before. I mean, she is big-time famous in her country. So Linskens was interesting the other day coming off the bench. Mestag, of course, is the three-point shooter. Carpriot played very well in the second half, all the way down that roster. Delar, very solid. She's in the starting lineup with Mestag, Messerman, Walters, and Julie Van Loo, who was terrific, certainly in the first half, and also showed us that she has the capacity to hit that three-point shot. Belgium shot the ball a lot better against Italy the other day than I think they had the entire tournament. Laura Nichols for Spain. Dominga Torrens has been perhaps their best player. Laia Palau, this is their last tournament with Spain, number 9. Ana Cruz hasn't really shifted into a higher gear. I expected more from her, but you know what? These are 2 big games. And Lucas Mondello will have in his starting 5 tonight Nichols, Torrens, Palau, Jargai, and Sancho Little. Jargai is a real three-point threat, and she showed that in their quarterfinal triumph. It's a tough team to beat, but it is a team that has been beaten. And you know, they lost to the Czech Republic in the 3rd game. They already had clinched first place in that going into that game, but you know, they gave it their best, and without Jargai, who needed to rest, they were second best against a determined Czech team to get a win, but a Czech team also that didn't advance even to the quarterfinal qualifiers. Albert Torrens and Kim Mestag. These are 2 players. Look at that. Torrens knows Messerman very well, teammate with the Katrinberg. Look at her numbers, and Mestag had that just incredible shooting performance against Italy, and she's one of the daughters on this team of Philip Mestag. And so Shona, I find it hard to believe that's Lucas Mondello. He's accomplished a lot already with Spain, leading him to the runners-up finish at the Olympics last year, the silver medal, and also at the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup in 2014. I find it hard to believe that Belgium can come out and shoot it as well as they did in their game against Italy, and especially because I would anticipate Spain to really come out and certainly find Mestag and not let her get any shots off. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Belgium, but I do think Spain has holes in their game. And you know, Coach Mestag is incredibly talented coach. Look what he's done with this Belgian team. So don't take anything away from maybe their scouting and their game plan going into this. And Spain is going to be spending so much attention on Messman and trying to limit her touches, trying to limit her scores, that maybe that's going to open up some things. You know, I don't think Julie Van Loo has shot particularly well in this tournament, but she is someone who could go off for 20 points on any given night.
Good evening. If you're just joining us for the start, it's Spain and Belgium. And Spain with Torrens right off the tip. The start of the contest goes right in for a layup. So it's a good start. And now Messerman hands it off to Delar, who's open for 3. And there's the quality of Belgium. We wondered if they would shoot as well. And Delar, who doesn't get all the ink of her teammates in the press, starts with a 3-pointer. Palau gets it back to Little, and Little calmly sinks the jumper. EuroBasket Women 2013 MVP with Sancho Little. And Laia Palau reaches up, got her face in there, which is not surprising because she sticks her nose in where it's not wanted.
And you know, you can tell this is the game plan. Hey, we're going to try and tire out. We're going to pick up full court and we're going to press and see if they can handle it.
Messerman tries to dump it to Ann Walters. And now Torrens quickly up the floor to Jargai. Spain want to quicken the tempo. Jargai gets in, is blocked by Messerman, and it goes off of Jargai and back over to Belgium. And Messerman already has her first block. So Van Loo has to be careful she doesn't carry the ball. And Delar kind of forces her way in there, gets it back to Ann Walters. And Spain battling each other for the rebound, and Delar comes out with it. And then she throws it into the hands of Laia Palau. Messerman had her hands on that. Torrens, and good defense again from Messerman, but Jargai ends up with the ball in her hands.
And like you said, that was good defense, and those are one of those possessions where you play great defense for 22 seconds and then give up an easy 2.
Julie Van Loo, and rims out.
I've played against Julie Van Loo, and trust me, there is no shot that she thinks is too deep. So she can make those tough, long three-pointers.
She gets the rebound. She looks up the floor, finds Mestog. And Mestog just feels the defense and gets a three-point play opportunity. And Laia Palau's upset at herself, kicks the cushion underneath.
I mean, she's upset because she also got her second foul, and she's going to have to come off now.
Well, there was contact. It's kind of initiated the first time, but then the reach. So that's a good development, you would think. But on the other hand, that brings Dominguez into the game. And it's one of the strengths of Spain is that they've got very good point guards.
They do, and speaking of good point guards, you know, this is the second to last game that we're going to see Laia Palau play for Spain.
That's right. She's decided this is it. She's the most capped player, something that she achieved in the game against the Czech Republic. And she was really disappointed after that game that they lost when she made history as the most capped player in her country. Jargai into Nichols, who just shot it over the basket. Mestog has not had any room. She just decides to put one up. And the pass to Jargai going in, and she scores with the reverse layup. So Jargai's off to a fast start. Now to Walters, taking a very tough shot. Boy, that's about as lucky as you get. She hit it off the side of the backboard, and it fell through the hoop. And she even made a facial contortion there to suggest that she was a bit lucky. Coming in for is Hannah Mestag, number 22. And she replaces her sister, and Dominguez. Ball turns over to Belgium.
Substitution Belgium with number 9, Angelique Drew.
Good defense being extended.
You know, it's only been almost 5 minutes, but you can tell Spain isn't taking this game lightly.
Good hands, Torrens, and quickly to Jargai, who just outruns the defense. So Jargai is really out to a strong start. Caprio. It's important that Belgium really keep some fresh legs in there, the way that Spain are playing. And from the point guard, was she passing that to Wouters, or was she going?
Yeah, I think she was trying to get it to Wouters.
You can't turn the ball over against Spain because
No,
this is
you
what
can't.
happens.
Yeah.
Fast breaks.
And especially right there. I mean, anything cross court, Spain is so fast and talented and athletic that they're going to pick that off, and they're running.
And great defense from Caprio on Dominguez. When was the last time you saw that happen against Sylvia Dominguez? Even she can't believe it.
Yeah, and that's one of those where, you know, her teammates need to come and give her, you know, at least a backcourt screen or release, you know, a release pass up the wing.
You know, Caprio really, she didn't play well in the first half of the quarterfinal, but boy, did she come through in the second. Nice drive from Delar, and now Spain are so desperate to get into transition that Laura Nichols throws it too far ahead of Dominguez. Caprio just drives in, and boy, she had the good shot, but it looked like she kind of flicked it up there as opposed to laying it up.
You have Sancho Little coming with 2 hands,
And
about to block you.
Three-pointer. Oh, no, that was a 2. Biggest lead of the game now for Spain, 4 points. Wouters going up against her former teammate. Played together in Valencia. Oh, no, they didn't, excuse me. Laura Nichols was with Rivas Akopoulos at the time. And
I think Wouters might have played with the majority of the people in this
she's been
tournament,
around.
to be honest.
Another one, Jargai, this time off, and Caprio pushes it quickly, and then Dominguez knocks it away. So Dominguez forces a turnover from, that's a nice little battle going on there.
It is.
Caprio looked at her arm as if to say, hey, I was fouled. But Cruz for Spain, and Wouters collects the rebound. So pretty, would you suggest, defensive game? I know that Spain are pushing it quickly. They've only got 12 points. And Messerman hands it off to Mestog, and it's the other Mestog, Hannah Mestog, who buries it.
Says, you guys know my sister for shooting? Well, Dad taught both of us the same way to shoot.
And look at the defense by Messerman once again getting out there. And Delar, I'd say the more you watch Delar, you realize how she brings everything to the team. But this is a Hannah Mestog hitting an important 3.
And, you know, you look at Delar, this is how important she is. She only averages 2.8 rebounds, 2.8 assists, 4.8 points, but she plays 32.5 minutes a game. So clearly she's doing those intangibles and the things that don't show up on a stat sheet for Coach Mestog.
Absolutely, and he's not going to play her if she's not helping. Quick pass inside, and it goes to Sancho Little. So a little bit of a breakdown there. And Ken Mestog, again, needs to be careful that she doesn't force it too much. But then again, she did, well, you could argue that she had a decent look at the basket, but trying to get a shot off before Spain's defense could get set. And quickly Spain, and Nichols, no look. So Cruz up top. No look pass, Sancho Little turnaround on the baseline.
It was good defense by Belgium.
Carpio pushes it quickly, goes behind her back. Oh. And I think Carpio, while it looked great, kind of confused Emma Messerman.
I mean, you know, that's unnecessary. She had a great move to get by Sylvia Dominguez with a little behind the back. I think she could have made a little left-handed pass to Messerman, and that's a missed 2 points. And you know what? Against Spain, you can't miss these opportunities.
Well, Dominguez goes down, and Van Loos called for the trip. And there was no trip there. But it was, I don't know. So Dominguez pushes it. Entry. There's Valters. Hasn't gotten it going offensively yet. Ooh, kind of lost that battle really with Nichols. And look at Torrens. Oh, goodness me. Another turnover, and this is where Belgium have to be careful.
Yeah, you know, I know they want to push it, and they just got it back, but they already have 7 turnovers. That's way too much.
No loss in, but she just throws it right away into the hands. So it's a string of turnovers here. Torrens for 3, good! And just like has happened throughout this tournament, Alba Torrens is scoring in transition, scoring from long range, quickening the tempo. And if Alba Torrens can play her game, it's bad news for Belgium.
And you know, like I mentioned before, that's 8 turnovers now for Belgium. And there's still 43 seconds left in this quarter. That's just, it's uncharacteristic of this Belgium team. You know, for a game, they're only averaging, in the last 4 games, they have 11.8. So clearly the Spanish defense and the pressure is affecting them. And that's something that coach is going to talk about. Look at, yeah, exactly. I mean, you cannot turn the ball over against Spain.
That's the difference in the game.
It is.
20-11. It's, you know, simple.
Pero abrir los caminos para doblar balones con Iscael porque al final sale. ¿De acuerdo? Hey, la última jugada. Vamos a hacer puño abajo. Ya no lo marcamos.
So Jorgai got off to a great start. And, you know, Belgium were right there, but mistakes have crept into their game. And Valters hasn't been able to get really much going. I mean, the 2 points that she has came courtesy of the hitting the ball off the backboard and having it go in. I mean, they're still in it. Don't get me wrong, but they need to stop the bleeding. Walters turns, puts it up. And now back to Spain. So Dominguez. And offensive foul, moving screen on Laura Gil.
And I think that is a moving screen call. You know, the defense is trying to get over or around, and she set it first, but then she started to roll while the screen was sort of still being set. That's a moving screen foul, in my opinion.
Probably the most frequently called foul, other than the shooting fouls.
Yeah, especially in this tournament. You know, it is something that the refs, along with unsportsmanlike fouls, I think have started to call a little bit more.
So Spain had a foul to give. 3.1 seconds to go in the quarter. So Van Loo will inbound it, and you've got several options here for the Belgians. There's the Walters, Mestag off 1 foot. Maybe had a little bit more time than she realized, but slow start by Mestag, and Spain lead it 20-11 after 1.
First quarter is over. Spain leading by 9 points.
Look at that, 57% from 2.
But don't forget, a lot of that is in transition after turnovers. So Belgium in a little bit of trouble here early on. They got out on top of Italy. I mean, they were already up. They went up by what, 16 points. Granted, Italy did come back. We know that if they can cut down on their turnovers and somehow get the ball to Messerman where she can go to work and even serve as the facilitator to pass when she gets double teamed, this Belgium team can turn it up a notch. But they have got to cut down their turnovers, and it's not, it's not something that they would have been surprised by. And they know that Spain thrive off turnovers. Yeah. So it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to hold on to the ball against them.
Yeah, it is. And you got to come to the ball. You got to run plays. You got to set screens hard. Maybe backdoor, because they do pressure so far out.
Mestag back to Walters. They're trying to get a good look. Well, Mestag has to put it up. And she just isn't the same player from yesterday at this point.
No, and give credit to Spain's D. They saw her play yesterday, or 2 days ago, and said, we're not going to give you an open look.
But the other complicating factor is Walters. I mean, she was dominant as well early on, and she hasn't been offensively tonight.
And Messman hasn't even taken a shot attempt.
So
that was Chargai with maybe a little bit of a sell by Mestag, but Chargai was called for a little bit of a push-off.
I mean, I think the key with Messman is she hasn't really forced anything. But I think pretty soon we're going to see her start to get into the flow here, because the game is already almost 11 minutes old.
And if they want to win, they have to. No matter how good Spain's D is, you have to get your best player involved. And this is the difference between good teams and great teams. Even when someone's, scouted you, is trying to take away your top scoring option, you still need them involved.
Okay, well, now she's got it. Look at that. But you know what? She's quite happy to dump it off to Mestog.
She is, and that's her second assist. So.
And it's not like she's not contributing. We've seen what she's been able to do defensively as well.
Sorry,
but they need her scoring. And Torrens goes in, passes back out, and the extra pass made by Little into Nichols. So that's the first team foul. So Spain looking to make the extra pass, and what that does is making Belgium work even harder on defense. So that was almost a rare opportunity for Belgium to score. Here's Wouters going out. She'll think about it. She'll size it up from the bench. Mestog will as well. Her sister back into the game, Hannah. Torrens goes in. Oh, goodness me. The length of Torrens.
Oh, how do you stop that? That almost looked like one of Michael Jordan's famous moves, no?
It really
he had
did.
hang time, reverse. You thought he was going, you know.
See, he was behind the backboard. Oh, that was a good move from Messerman, but she didn't have the finish. Torrens just pushes it quickly, relentless. Linskens, good rebound from her. And Julie Van Loo just kind of stumped, like, well, she traveled, but I mean, her footing got messed up. Look at this. Cool. Linskens didn't know what hit her. Look at that. She's like, are you kidding me?
How do I stop that?
I am completely surprised that she lost playing time this year to Katrinberg. I just don't see it, to be quite honest. Chargai pulls up for the short one. I mean, she plays with great players there, but she plays with great players here. So,
yeah.
You know? So what's the difference? I mean, they're different players, but if you're not going to play her, why do you sign her? Now, Messerman, the jumper, and the rebound from Torrens. Look at that. Now she makes the pass. Chargai might have got away with the travel there. And Torrens does travel.
I thought it looked like a little bit more of a travel on a Chargai's. I guess you could argue that she never really had control of the ball. But, you know, like we said all along, it evens out, and sure enough, Torrens was called for a travel.
And now Laura Gill called for the foul. The Spain players, and give me your take on this. They're constantly talking to the refs. But it's during dead ball situations.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. If you approach a ref during a dead ball situation, if you approach them with, you know, if you're not aggressive, you're not swearing, you're not saying, you know, oh, that was a horrible call. If you're saying, why did you make that call? They'll explain to you. You know, they want you to do well as also.
Yeah.
So don't think that they're always the enemy. They will tell you why they made a call.
So it's not necessarily a bad thing that they are talking to him. Well, Wouters gets it in the paint. Little jump hook. Stays out. And Chargai has it into the hands of Palau. And Torrens again. And this time it's Linskens who was there when Torrens almost underneath or behind the backboard and was able to make that layup. And this time she fouls her.
I mean, she was going to make sure that she didn't have enough room to make another
And to be fair,
layup.
it wasn't much of a foul. But Torrens is constantly putting pressure on the defense. Turns to the right. And the soft touch from Torrens, but it stays out. And Van Loo. And Wouters for three.
You see a little bit of the frustration now in this
Wouters.
Belgian team and Wouters, because you know what? They have played great offense against some teams. There's a reason why they're in the semifinals. And they have really come up against a great Spanish defensive team.
Well, and don't forget, it was the mistakes of Belgium. Yeah, I mean, it's a great defensive team of Spain, but also self-inflicted when you turn the ball over. There's Walters. And trying to find it, she dribbles it off her leg. She complains that she was hit in the face. Now Nichols and open Torrens, able to step into it, and the bullet was dodged. And now the backcourt violation will be against Spain.
Substitution Belgium. Back to the game goes player number 9.
The Copier comes in. But it is interesting about the bigs just not able to get anything for Belgium at this stage. And certainly Messeman comes into this game as maybe the leading contender for the MVP of the tournament. Nichols hands it off to Sancho Little. And she scores. 26-13. And the overhead pass, well defended by Palau. Yeah, I mean, it really is a case of just outstanding defense, isn't it? I was trying to say self-inflicted, but it's more because of the defense.
Belgium's top 5 are very good offensively, and they haven't got anything easy.
Well, you know, they've qualified for the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup for the first time in their history. And Carpio hits the jump shot, so that kind of like ends the drought. But it hasn't stopped the bleeding. They need to get some stops, and really they need to try to get some easy points if they can. Look at Carpio, she's tripped up, and she goes down. You know, other than the behind the back pass, Carpio, I still think she's brought a lot to the table. I mean, she's playing it at a speed equivalent to that of Spain.
Yeah.
She gets this jumper to fall.
And I think what you have to notice about her too is she's not backing down. She's competing.
Yeah.
And she's not intimidated. Let's put it that way. You know, she's gonna say, I'm gonna do what I can, and her presence is felt.
They need to get the ball to Mestog. Excuse me, they need to get to Messeman.
Yeah.
There she is. The problem is Palau is going to help. Well, she passes it, and Carpio was open. Now Torrens. Nice dump, Nichols, and gets it to go in.
That was a beautiful pass by the oh so amazing Laia Palau. Look at this. And this is what I mean. You watch Spain play, and it was kind of a broken play, and they just know where each other are going to be, and that's because they have played so many games with each other. The core of this team have been together a very long time, and that's evident when you see them play, especially on offense. Honestly, Laia Palau almost got herself in trouble because she jumped on that pass, but she knew Nichols was going to be floating into the middle, and sure enough, wide open, easy 2 points.
Torrens has the 9 points, and Jargai 8. And Little's the 6. The Torrens and Jargai, if you think about it, they've got their points, a lot of it in transition. There you go, like that one, this one. And Torrens has nailed the jumper, but then she had this one. So they're getting good looks and putting them in. And great players can fashion those chances for themselves.
And Belgium's only shooting 28.5% from the field. And typically, you know, in all 4 previous games, they've shot 45.5. So they are feeling the effects of this much better Spanish defense.
So the real problem that Belgium have had is Mestag hasn't really done anything from three-point land. And the Twin Towers, they haven't been able to get going offensively at all. And that was what absolutely killed their opponents the other day. And Messerman has to put up a desperation. And now Torrens again. How many times have we seen that? Bringing it up the floor, looking up the floor. And alley-oop to Sancho Little. She fumbles it. The ball actually went through Messerman's legs. Messerman's going to step back, but she was short.
She was well short.
And she's, you know, she's not comfortable when she gets the ball. And, you know, she's got Palau dropping down to help. She knows she's got Little on the other side. It's not an easy situation for her to be in. And you can see she's desperate to get it going. This time she goes.
That might give it.
Well, she blocked, second block of the game. And now a chance to run. And look how Messerman hustles down the floor. Oh, bounce pass. Oh, what a play. That's one of the plays of the game.
That is, and look how unselfish they were. I mean, and that all started because of Messerman. You see how fast she sprinted down the floor. She got good position. Good job by Caprio cutting to the basket, knowing that Mestag was going to be open. And Palau can't foul. She already has 2.
Well, now Caprio wants to push it quickly as well. And there, well, bounce back again. And it's Caprio. Well, maybe we have to let her have those little behind-the-back passes. It's in her DNA. She can't help it.
She cannot help it. You know, she already had 1 turnover. You think you wouldn't try it again, but she says, this is the way I play. You like it or you don't, but I'm going to play this way. And so, you know, right now, they're right back in it. And this is what I say, whenever you're down, you really want to try and limit. You don't want to get down by more than 10, especially going into a halftime, especially going into a 4th quarter. That's kind of the rule of thumb. You know, let's keep it at around 10 points or less, obviously. And that's what they've done. They've started to go on a little bit of a run here, and if they can keep it less than this or around this score, Belgium's not in a bad situation because I don't think they've played well so far.
No, I mean, I think you know, the last couple trips down, they've played well.
You know, 12 turnovers. That's already what they average per game. They have it in with 2 minutes left.
And it's the next play that really, if we see it, is the one that captures the imagination. We're not going to see it yet, but we will see it again, I'm sure, because I think it's probably, other than Torrens going underneath the backboard, it's the best play that we've seen today.
Yeah.
And this is an interesting match. Again, we've seen it once tonight, Dominguez going up against Caprio. And gets it to Nichols. And Nichols hits the jumper.
And she's so capable of doing that. But honestly, if I was Belgium, that's kind of the person you want shooting that type of a shot, because the other Spanish players out on the floor are very potent scoring. So it's not bad defense.
Well, look at that.
Beautiful move.
Nice read from Delar. And also, you can see Belgium has come out and said, listen, we've got to move the ball around a little bit faster. We got to make it harder for Spain on defense. And Delar really gave Torrens a taste of her own medicine that time. Went right past her. So it's back to a 9-point game. A nice little flurry here. But Spain, so deep, so talented, and lo and behold, they have anybody that can step up too. And now look, Caprio has to make that shot.
And she gets a technical. So, you know, I get she thought she was fouled, but that's just uncalled for. You can't get a technical. You know, you're only down 11, and now you're giving them an opportunity for what could turn into a 5-point play heading into the locker room. So, yeah, that's disappointing by the veteran Caprio.
Yeah, Caprio's. She's got to maintain the composure. And fortunate for Belgium, little misses. And she also picks up a foul, a personal foul for that. So she's okay. She's only got one foul. I still say on balance, what she's brought to the table has been better than. And even when she got fouled down at the other end, she still had a chance to make the layup. She should have made it.
She should have.
Torrens good.
And as we say in French, et voila. It was a 5-point play. You know, this is what happens. This is why that technical ended up being so incredibly costly.
Well, it was a 5-point play because she missed the layup and Torrens made the 3-pointer. So, as they say in France, c'est la vie. Here we go. So Alba Torrens is playing like an MVP tonight.
I mean, we've seen this time and time again, and wow, look at that, 14 assists. I mean,
and 13
that shows
turnovers.
you how unselfish they are, though. 14 assists on 35 points. Almost every point it has been assisted for Spain.
And I mean, Spain are winning the rebounding, but the main thing is the pressure, and the pressure that's forcing the turnovers. They have turned the ball over themselves 9 times, and I'm not sure in an up-tempo team if that is that surprising. But I mean, they've certainly cashed in on the turnovers.
Yeah, they have. There you go.
Here you go. This is the play. So 5.6 seconds remaining. And it was a nice little run.
It was.
By Belgium. But Nichols hit a couple of shots. Torrens has hit a 3-pointer. And it's almost as if the threat has been nullified.
Those two fans were kind of dressed like the Freeze, but the Spanish version.
Oh, wow. With a drive from Dominguez. Oh, yes, I know the ones you're talking about. So the 2 shots. So bad situation. They go from bad to worse.
Yeah.
And Julie Van Loo complaining, thinking it was all ball.
I mean, you can't really say the refs have done a bad job because the foul count's only 9 fouls for Belgium and 7 for Spain. So that's pretty even. It's not one-sided necessarily.
No, definitely not. So Dominguez misses the first one. So he hasn't capitalized completely. But they do get the second. Oh, and she's able to draw a foul, but she already had. They had one to give.
They did, but I think that's. I'm not sure she really intended to do that. I don't think she wanted to pick up her second foul. I mean, good job by Van Loo to
they've got
draw the
point
foul.
1. The only thing they can do is throw it. No, they're not even going to try. So Spain looking imperious. They are on top 36-21 over Belgium here at the EuroBasket Women in the semifinals.
So here you go. 53%, 40% from 2. I mean, they're just shooting the ball incredibly well. 19 to 30, 13, it makes sense. Belgium has more misses, so. But look at that, 14 to 5 assists. And then 9 turnovers for Spain is a lot. 13 is way too much if Belgium wants to be able to compete in this game. But Spain have had quite a few turnovers in this tournament. Let me go check quickly what they average for. So they've been averaging 18 turnovers, which is it's high for as talented as this team is. And, you know, that gives teams a chance to be able to come back and score points if you're going to turn the ball over and give teams second chances. So, you know, I think this is something that Coach Mondello has to talk about at halftime and has to talk about for if they move on or are playing in the gold medal game. You know, for Belgium, you want to see Waters getting a little bit more touches, same with Messman. If they want to win and compete, they need to get their best players good looks, and that's going to be crucial in the second half for Belgium.
36-21, Spain on top at halftime.
From Belgium, thank you very much. To byla soutěž Hyundai Lucky Shot o prázdninovou jízdu s vozem Hyundai 30 GD kombi za půjčení tohoto vozu na 3 měsíce. A teď už jsou na palubovce Next Cheerleaders Generation. 上，一瞬间，眼睛人将白体。
Přehledné a aktuální informace z vašeho kraje, okresu i nejbližšího okolí. Luštění a křížovky pro celou rodinu. Rozšířená sportovní rubrika i pravidelné přílohy TV magazín, deník plný bydlení a magazín ženy. Objednejte si za 14 dní zdarma na 272 015 015. Mnohaletý technologický vývoj. Investice do moderních ekologických technologií. Jednou z nejdelších distribučních soustav v Pitáku na 60 000 domácností. Díky vaší spolupráci a důvěře můžeme vyrábět opravdu čistou, levnou a spolehlivou energii. Elektrárny v Katovice. Jsme tepelné srdce východních Čech. I soutěžní jezdci už to vědí. Přichází vůz, jaký tu ještě nebyl. Atraktivní, sebejistý, bezpečný, prostorný, luxusně vybavený. Prostě nejlepší český liftback všech dob. A teď ujedu všem. Nový Hyundai i30. Hyundai. Matuny na pomerančovém Lambo. Vaše hvězdy chutí lubem, ochucená matony s ovocnou šťávou.
Každý všední den v 9 hodin ráno vám přinášíme výjimečné hosty, zajímavá témata s osobnostmi, které mají co říct. Host Lucie Výborné od pondělí do pátku od 9 hodin živě na Radiu. Univerzita Hradec Králové fandí basketbalu.
Love is the best place to find the somebody like me coming out from the mountain. Maybe we will find me safe.
Well, the halftime score makes for pretty good viewing for Spanish basketball fans. They're on top 36-21 against Slovenia. And we're not really surprised that Spain have played this well, but perhaps we expected more from Messerman, more from Walters, more from Mestag. But it's all the credit. All the credit goes to Spain, really. Spain's defense. And Philip Mestag has to draw something up, perhaps that Belgium aren't really accustomed to try to get his big guns going.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, that's all it is. But this Spanish team is very hard to deal with, and they're, you know, they had a scouting plan, they had a game plan, and they said, okay, we're going to take away easy baskets and make other people score. And that's what we talked about earlier. I worried about the struggles that Belgium might come into if they do play against a team that can take away their top scorers. How are they going to score? And you know, clearly they haven't found the answer yet. They have to get their big guns, their twin towers. They have to get them involved, and they have to get them points if they want to compete and crawl back in this game. It's only a 15-point game. You know, we've seen it. That's nothing. You know, teams have been up and lost, and Spain's been up and given up large leads already in this tournament. So by no means is it over. It's going to be exciting. And, you know, I was there when Spain were coming out of their locker room, and they looked a little confident. So maybe that confidence will get to them, and they won't play as hard. Who knows? So it's not over. Belgium is well coached. They do have very talented players. So this is going to be an exciting 20 minutes. And just, you know, looking at statistics, and if I'm a coach, I'm looking at 13 turnovers. That's impossible. Belgium is giving up scoring opportunities. So when you're having trouble scoring, you can't turn the ball over also, because they're only shooting 33%. So you think about 33% plus 13 turnovers, you're taking away from your opportunities. You know, and if you're a stats person and you like the numbers, you're going, okay, points off turnovers, 14-2 in favor of Spain. So when you do turn the ball over, Spain make you pay for it. So that's another thing you have to think about. Points in the paint, 22-10. And we're talking about points in the paint. I think Belgium has two of the, if not the best front court tandem in this tournament in Messerman and Walters. So I'm surprised. You know, typically Belgium scores a lot from inside the paint, so that's something that they need to look at doing. And you know, if you're Spain, Mondello, you know, 9 turnovers, I'm sure he's not happy with, but his team does have 14 assists, so on 36 points. So clearly they're sharing the ball, and they're enjoying playing with each other right now.
That's a very good analysis. Second half underway.
Thanks, Jeff.
Torrens off 1 foot, stays out. Mestag hands it off. Van Loo. You know, they were right with Spain, step for step there. Right about 10-10, 11-10, and then all of a sudden the wheels kind of came off with Belgium. Nice feed out to Van Loo. It was good work, good rebound from Messerman, offensive rebound. Winning that one away from Sancho Little. Nice little shake and bake from Van Loo. And now Messerman goes in and puts it up. And guess what?
What did I say they need to do? I'm going to go into coaching.
Yes, I never would have imagined we should get Messerman involved.
This is less stressful, though. That's for sure.
Because you're eating grapes while you're doing commentary? Now, I can confirm that you're not lying down. You are sitting up.
Thank you.
And you are feeding yourself. Now, Delar has it for Belgium. Messerman says, why not? But it rims out.
You know, I don't think that's a bad shot. And we're talking about her getting involved. So she's going to miss. She's human. And I'd rather see her shooting that kind of a shot.
Palau for 3. Ooh. Just like that, they keep the pressure on with El Capitan. 39-23. Delar has Torrens. And she's blown past her once today. She leaves her feet. Not a good idea trying to pass over Little. Back to Torrens. Jumper. And the ball goes over to Belgium.
And let's talk about the great of Laya Palau.
And now a technical foul. Is there a technical foul?
I think they were saying the next one.
Oh, right.
We just saw Laya Palau hit that three. They showed the replay, and she was wide open in this kind of semi-transition that Spain was running, and she could have shot another one, but this is how unselfish she is and how she likes to try and get her teammates involved. Instead, she gives up her own shot, penetrates, and gets a wide open shot for Torrens, who didn't make it.
Look at Zargai. I mean, she just took it away from her. And now the pass up to Torrens, and Torrens scores, and they punish you for the turnovers. That is all Marta Zargai. Well, I mean, to be fair, that was a well-executed fast break as well from Torrens. But
it started with Zargai. Look at this.
Yep, again, and it leaves. Oh, boy, Delar is really clever to be able to score that with Little right there. I know there are noises that maybe Sancho Little might not play next year, but boy, I think Spain will do everything they can to get her to play. Laya Palau, that's grazes the rim.
He says, man, I'm so sore, man.
And Van Loo races down. And Ann Wouters can't pick up the ball ahead of Torrens. And she dumps, and look who runs the floor well, Nichols. You really have to appreciate it. I mean, you have to say, tip your hat to Spain and say, you know what? We'd like to play like that.
You do. There's a lot of basketball coaches who are watching the Spanish team play, and they're all saying, oh, if only my team could do that.
Van Loo for three. It's good. I mean, I know there are probably some people that say Lucas Mondelo has an easy job because he has such great players. But he finds their strengths and plays to their strengths. Look at this. And he's got them playing great team basketball. And the continuity as well helps. Look at that, Torrens for three. And if they play this well, nobody's going to beat them. They are absolutely on fire right now. They've neutralized the three-point threat of Mestog. They've taken that away from him. Walters, you would have thought that maybe with both Walters and Messelman in the game at the same time, they might have a slight advantage in the front court. But it just goes to show that with Sancho Little, with Nichols, and even Torrens, who has such long arms, Spain probably bigger than they look. If that makes sense, or bigger than they're built to be.
Yeah.
Because Nichols is undervalued outside, but inside, it's like you said about Delar. Why did she play so many points?
Yep.
Play so many minutes. Look at this. Another turnover, another fast break, another basket. Nope. Another trip to the free throw line.
And we're talking about Alba Torrens, who just went to the bench, and she already has 17 points. And I'm going to give a shout out to Italy's Zandalicini, because I want you to compare these two players, because Torrens is a superstar in the women's game, and that is what Zandalicini is going to be. And if you go back and do a little bit of research, and you see where Torrens started to, let's compare. So Torrens back in 2011 at the EuroBasket Women, she was 21. Zandalicini is 21 right now. And Torrens averaged 13.8 points a game. And guess what? After today's game, I'm going to say Zandalicini is back up to about 21 points a game, 10 rebounds. So, let's do a comparison, because I'm telling you, this girl is a superstar in the making, and she plays a lot like Alba Torrens and her ability inside out, scoring from everywhere. So honestly, people watching, you remember how good and how the world just lit up when Alba Torrance first got on the scene. This is Zandalicini.
Indeed, Zandalicini. Mestog, meanwhile, had a basket at the other end. I think they're both MVPs at under 20 level as well. Certainly Zandalicini was. I think Torrance was. Jump shot, no good. The Belgians just have to stick with it. Maybe they can go on a run that gets them back in the game.
Substitution Belgium. For the first time in the game.
That was the basket from Mestog. And past the steal. They just can't stop turning the ball over. Nichols, Dominguez. And another foul. And Lucas Mondello says, we're going to play fast. We're going to play, I'm going to shuffle in my players in and out. And when they get tired, I'm going to put them right back in once they've rested up. And that's why you've got Alba Torrance going back into the game as quickly as she has. And now Nichols, short, Carpio with the rebound. So it's a 17-point deficit. Get some stops, get some baskets. Simple. Well, maybe not that simple, but you know what I mean. Carpio. Sylvia Dominguez loses control of it. Not sure if somebody got their hand on it. Look at it go behind her back. And a foul called on Laura Nichols.
First personal foul for Laura Nichols.
Spain have been on a roll for a long time, gradually building and building. And you would think that when the likes of Amaya Valdemoro, Elisa Aguilar, Ana Montagnana,
they would have had a drop-off.
yeah, that they might have a drop-off, but they've actually gotten stronger. And the reason why they've gotten stronger is because they've had a pipeline of talent that ultimately means, there is competition for places in this team. Beautiful pass, and Messerman scores.
I disagree with some of her turnovers, but then she makes a pass like that, and
you got to live with
it's a love-hate relationship.
And look at Carpio, just takes it right away from Nichols. Over to Mestog. She made the right decision there, but Mestog doesn't hit the three. That would have cut it back to 12.
I love that, though. I love that with the point guard. She had her bigs running, but she knew her shooter was trailing as well. And Mestog she's a known three-point shooter around European basketball, so most often than not, she's going to make that.
Now, this is interesting. You got Carpio in the game at the same time as Van Loo. And you've also got, coming into the game, Lama. And she played well yesterday. So you take Walters out, and Lana Gill is in. It could be a favorable matchup for Belgium. Now Pruth at the line, and there's quality everywhere. It sort of reminds me of the way teams, when they go up against the USA, and the USA just keep bringing players after players off the bench, and there's no drop-off. And even though you might play well, it's just so difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mentioned this before. That's what separates good teams from great teams. It's the bench, it's the contribution, and I questioned, in the quarterfinals even, how deep Belgium's bench could go, and because his players, they do have to play a lot of minutes, and you know, maybe they're showing a little bit of fatigue as well against the Spanish team, who literally just keeps rotating player after player, and there's no drop-off.
Torrens goes behind the back, puts it up, and even when she misses, she looks good. And the ball saves it inbounds to Nichols. And now Cruz has it. And Ana Cruz. Carpio is going to go for the steal. That opened up the door for Dominguez, and now Carpio. And technical foul called on Spain. Is it Torrens?
I'm not sure if it's Torrens or...
We already had the warning.
It might have been Dominguez or Coach
Nichols?
Mondello. I mean, there's so many to choose from.
Technical foul for Spanish.
Or is it a warning? No, it is a technical.
So Spain.
Back to the game goes.
I love watching Spain play. But I have a hard time understanding how you're complaining when you're up 17 points. I really do. And Julie Van Loo, you said she'll shoot it from anywhere. She was deep there. Wasn't a bad shot.
No, and it was on target, just a little short.
Cruz and Rahman with the rebound. Now Van Loo, 16 points is the deficit. And even Dominguez is taking the passes away. And that might be an offense. No, they're going to call the foul on Van Loo. I almost thought Dominguez raised it right on.
Yeah, I think Dominguez did a good job of just sort of getting Van Loo behind her, and Dominguez sort of stopped in her tracks, and that's what what caused the foul, I think.
They're angry. They're angry because they know they can play better, and they're angry because Spain are very difficult to play against.
Yeah,
they're
they
pests, and you can see Carpio wants to get into a fight. I mean, literally, she wants to eat them up. Look at Torrens over to Dominguez, and short. Again, the Spaniards collect the offensive rebound, and now Torrens takes the shot. Every three that she makes possibly steps closer to an MVP award in this tournament. She just keeps on pouring in the points. Poetry in motion, whatever you want to call it, she is outstanding. Spain on top. 52-33 at the end of three.
Come on, girls. Hey, we always react. Now we need to be the first one who can hit the other. And if you're the first one, we will take the boards.
They played pretty well in their quarterfinal triumph over Latvia. There was a moment where Latvia were able to get back within striking distance. They kept at it. Today, Spain haven't shown any sign of letting up against Belgium. It might happen in the fourth quarter, you don't know. But also Belgium have to keep plugging away, and it's not easy. It's interesting, you've got so many French fans who have to take his on his bench tonight. I don't know if the French will be positioned there tonight or if they'll be at the other end, because they were there last night.
I think France will be at that bench because they're most likely going to be the home team because they do have the higher seed going in to this game against Greece, right?
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
Maybe France won Spain in this finals because they think France is going to be in the finals and they want a little bit of a revenge against Spain.
Oh, nice pass in the cut from Rahman.
What a beautiful cut. I mean, that's just good timing.
No Laos. Who is that? Anyway.
I think 42 scored. 42 is on the bench, not 32. Sorry, 42 is on the court. Oh, 42 and 32 on the court.
So Belgium get it back. No, the basket was Rahman. Yeah. So I don't know why. Just the wrong graphic. 52-35. Torrens gets the three-pointer blocked. She's jawing at the referee. Look at Mandela. I feel another technical's coming. Oh, nice pass, nice catch. But can she go back up? No, she's surrounded. Rahman she misses badly. But that shot is there. It's open. And the temptation is too great to pass up. Alley-oop pass, and Torrens misses. Carpio is going for the three-point play.
You know, that's a good job getting the shot up, though, because I think she's going to go to the line now.
She definitely is, yeah. That was a three-point play opportunity.
Yeah.
She goes in. Linskins is going to come in. And Nelson comes out. We'll see it briefly. So the free throws get it back to 15 points. If they can get another stop and go down and score. But they've been in this position before, and Spain seemed to come up with a basket. Maybe it's going to be Laura Gil. She kind of goes in no man's land. She was trapped, but a foul has been called.
That's difficult because I think if Belgium had just stood straight up, hands straight up, it was a good trap. You know, Linskin didn't need to reach. She wasn't going to be able to go anywhere and score.
Dominguez gets in, goes baseline, puts it up. Another one of those out of the youth ranks, MVPs of the youth championships.
3 EuroLeague titles with 3 different teams. That shows you how special she is, Sylvia Dominguez, as a player.
Torrens goes all the way in, passes it back out. Carpio had the turnover. It's a process when you think about it. I mean, Spain, as good as they've been, they've only got the one European title, 2013.
Yeah.
So, it's a process. I mean, for many years they finished. Yeah, for many years they finished third. They finished second, 2007.
Yeah.
2011 they didn't even get to the quarterfinals.
That really just shows you how hard and how competitive EuroBasket is year in and year out. 2 years in and 2 years out, I guess.
I mean, look at Russia. They didn't even make it to the quarterfinals this year.
Yep. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see them on the podium in 2 years from now.
Well, that was a great drive. She took the contact and stayed with it. That was an impressive move by Rahman. And it goes Sancho Little over to Cruz, and look at that, Laura Gil was able to jump up and almost take that ball away from Rahman, who had position.
Yeah.
They're tenacious. So the winner of this game will play the winner of the French-Greek game next, and the loser of this game will play the loser of the next game for the third place, for a spot on the podium. Mestag. And Linskins goes up and gets the board. And boy, look at it. They challenge everything, Spain. Van Loo this time. And now Belgium out hustling Spain to the ball. Linskins, and she was short, and they get it back again, but then Torrens takes it. I mean, it had been a while since Belgium had even been to the EuroBasket Women. 10 years?
Yeah.
EuroBasket Women 2007. They didn't qualify.
2007, yep. And they haven't qualified for anything since then.
Yeah, so if you put that into perspective, they're taking on a team that always gets a medal.
Since 2007, more or less, yeah.
Well, I mean, with the exception of Katowice, in Poland in 2011. Spain's been in the podium, I think, going back to 2001 or 3. No, 2003 in Patras. And Lai Palau was on that team. Now Sancho Little. And timeout called by Belgium with 6.5 minutes remaining. 58-39.
You know, look at Belgium's roster here. You have Anne Wouters, who's 36, turning 37 this year. Other than that, there's no one. So Sophie Hendricks, who's more of a role player, doesn't really play a ton of minutes for them. She's 31. Other than that, everyone is in their 20s and earlier 20s.
They saw the three-point shooting and.
As the ball, we go into a hard setup and we play.
But they've got a promising future. Oh, there you go. Those are the guys you're talking about.
Yes.
Is that them?
I just want to see them run around the concourse. Let's see who wins.
I'm not racing them. 21 assists for Spain.
And you have to think about 21 assists on 58 points. So let's assume there's a couple threes in there. That's about between 45 and 50 points are assisted for Spain. That's how talented they are, and that's how unselfish they play. You know, and all of them are scoring. If you have that many assists, it means everyone can score. So that's a big stat that you have to look at if you're a coach and say, wow, I love coaching these women. They're unselfish. They're all great basketball players. They love to play with each other, and they want each other to be better.
And Jargai called for the foul for the reach. Van Loo. And the jumpers aren't falling.
No, they're not. You know, I talked about how efficient Belgium has been scoring the ball before this game. And they're just having a hard time tonight.
Jargai. Linskins is an interesting player, isn't she? I mean, she's got the height. There you go, the other Mestag. She hits another one. Excuse me, Mestag. Hits it from the right corner, and that gets it back.
Yeah, I was able to play against Linskin this year in Euro Cup, this past year, sorry, in Euro Cup, and she's only 20 years old. She has a really, really bright future, I think, ahead of her. You know, she's big, she's mobile, but she also has a good basketball mind. You know, she kind of knows where to be, where to position herself for rebounds, on defense, and she's gonna, you know, she's gonna become more of a scoring threat. The older she gets, the more confident she gets playing at this level. You know, think about it. She's 20 years old and she's playing at her first EuroBasket that Belgium's ever qualified for. So it's a big event for everyone, all of them, let alone the 20-year-olds. for that. 20 points and 10 rebounds. That, people, you would say is not a bad day at the office. And I think she wants to be considered an MVP candidate. And the way she has played in this tournament, she is absolutely an MVP candidate.
Livingston seals the baseline. Sanchez has come into the game. Now Cruz puts it up. Cruz control now for Spain. 60-42. She's got 8 points. Leticia Romero is going to check in for Spain. And Dominguez reaches in. Rahman can't save it.
And you know, it might be a little hard for Belgium right now to dig away at this, especially when you're turning the ball over and not giving yourself opportunities to score. But keep in mind, this Belgium team still has another game no matter what, and they still are going to be playing for a medal. That's enormous for their country.
Absolutely. And they'll be at the World Cup next year in Spain. Cruz drives down, it's blocked. Let's see how she develops. Geldof, he's come in, got the block, number 23. Now to Gill. Sanchez puts up. Little jump hook there. So 62-42. Spain look like they're peaking at the right time in this tournament, because we watched them in Radic, Kralova, and didn't seem to be really, they didn't have the wind in their sails there.
No, they didn't. You know, anyone who knows basketball, and especially knows the Spanish team, you could say that they started pretty sluggish in the tournament. And maybe they were a little overconfident and didn't give these other European teams the respect that they deserved.
Romero. And she fell asleep. So 62-42. And Belgium just want to get the feel-good factor, because it's going to take something monumental for them to come back from this. And it's awfully difficult to see. Geldof goes back in. Now, Rahman. And Linskens with the rebound. Van Loo hits a three, brings a little bit of rain with it. Sprinkling now.
And that's what I mean. You know, I talked earlier, and she's very capable of shooting the ball, shooting the deep ball. And you know, unfortunately, the shots didn't fall early. And I think if they could have for Van Loo, for Mestard today, we would be in a different game right now.
Substitution Spain for the first time in this game for number 11,
Leo Rodriguez has come in, and Ana Cruz takes a seat. It's Van Loo's shot there that got the deficit back to 17. And Jargai, unsuccessful. Sophie Hendricks has it. And Julie Van Loo is trying to put the pressure on Romero. The turnover, and surprise, surprise, Spain are off and running. And Romero just kind of stumbled.
She fumbled the ball a little bit.
guy comes out. Sanchez comes in. Excuse me, it's Conde that has come into the game. Maria Conde. Sanchez already in the game. Gil drives with the left hand and will go to the line for an N1.
By Sophie Hendricks, first personal foul.
And Gil not able to knock that one in. So reality has, I think, sunk in that it's not going to happen this time for Belgium, but Van Loo's going to put up a three, at least get that score closer. 64-48. Just weren't able to really see the run, the type of run that we saw from Latvia 2 days ago, which kind of gave you the sense that maybe Belgium could come back. I mean, Spain, and maybe that's what they learned from the Latvia game, is you can't let up. We have to keep it going, because these teams are too good. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in this position. And certainly Belgium raised eyebrows with their performance in the first half against Italy in that first quarter.
Yeah, they did. And, you know, I think Spain learns their lesson very quickly. And they are so talented that they can raise their game to almost anyone who they come and play up against. I mean, and Australia, who is typically good.
That was a nice play by Van Loo. She got it to Hannah Mestog, and she was able to score on the baseline. So now it's back down to 15. And Van Loo's playing all 40 minutes. She's like, listen, we're going to play until the final buzzer. So, timeout. Gil picked up the foul, her third. And it's a good assistant coaching staff that Lucas Mondelo has over there. Victor Lopena and Isa Sanchez. Sanchez, you might remember, played for Spain's national team. She was a good shooter and 100% intensity. Look at this, 24 points from turnovers for Spain, just 4 for Belgium. And that probably more than anything else tells you how this game has been played.
Yeah, and it talks about how good Spain's defense is, but then also how good they are on offense when they do create defensive turnovers. You know, every coach says defense creates offense, and that's exactly what Spain has done. They've forced Belgium into 23 turnovers, and they've converted 24 points off of that. Those two stats alone are enormous, and it's all because of Spain's defense. You know, Belgium, we've seen it. Belgium's a very talented offensive team. We've seen them move the ball, score. So for Spain to be able to do that, it shows you how good they really are.
And Lou will step back and knocks in another one. That's 13 points is the deficit. And Lou's just kind of taking it upon herself to say, I'm going to make this a much more respectable scoreline for us. And that was before Leo Rodriguez had banked in a three.
Celebrate a little bit on the bench because they know no matter what, they're going to have some kind of a medal around their neck by tomorrow evening.
That's right. And they wanted to be the medal of the gold variety. Because if it's not, there will be an air of disappointment. Van Loo puts up another one from deep. And Romero says, call off the dogs. We'll settle for a 68-52 win. Alba Torrens, quite frankly, has been sensational once again. 20 points, 10 rebounds. And Spain, the party is on once again. They are in the final of the EuroBasket Women, just like they were back in 2013, just like they were last year when they played at the Olympics. This is almost, it happens, you know? You almost expect it to happen. And it has. And I might say they're not taking it all. Although I wasn't really going out on a limb for that. So the final stat, 68-52. Again, the high shooting percentage for Spain. A lot of that, man, 46%, not really, but the 22 assists is impressive, as will be the number of turnovers that they forced. 23 turnovers from Belgium. It's going to be hard to win when Spain comes up with 17 steals. And we knew, you know, it was very apparent, you know, the leading scorers, Torrens, when Van Loo's the leading scorer, and you couldn't get Messerman, especially, going in the game. Little had 4 of those steals.
You know, as flashy as Carprio is sometimes, she also had 7 turnovers for them, so.
Messman only had 5 points. Wouters had 4 points. And Mestag finished with 9. Kim Mestag finished with Mestag finished with 9 points, and her sister Hannah Mestag finished with 8. So Spain marched into another final. That little defeat to the Czech Republic here in the Czech Republic was nothing but a blip, really. And they will now take on Greece or France, and they'll have the luxury of watching the game. I'd be surprised. Well, we know the coaches will be here. I don't know if the players will stick around or if they'll go back to the hotel.
Yeah, they might go back to the hotel and listen to us commentate the game.
Yeah, I mean, they're welcome to stay if they'd like. We'll find them a seat. And again, it's a multitude of weapons. It's a fast game that they play. They don't have, when you compare them to the likes of the USA, obviously the power inside in terms of the rebounding, and that's the one bridge, perhaps, that they haven't been able to bridge.
Yeah.
It's the one gap that they haven't bridged. And also, it's, you know, they don't grow them that big down on the Iberian Peninsula, but they're certainly a team that you have to respect everything they've done, because they are there or thereabouts every year, and eventually their time will come at a World Championship or an Olympics. But right now, they are looking possibly like the team to beat at the EuroBasket Women.
Yeah, I agree with you, and you know, they have got better every game, and this is the best and most complete game we have seen them play so far in this tournament. And the scary thing is, I actually think they have another level. I really think they can kick it up another level. So whoever they play tomorrow, Greece or France, they have a lot that they're going to need to do and prepare for this. But congratulations to Spain and Coach Mondello and his staff, because it was well deserved, and they shut down a very strong Belgium front court. They really, Messman and Watas could not get a lot going, so that says a lot for how they prepared, how they came out, and from the get-go, you could see it in the body language and the eyes of the Spanish players. They were ready, they meant business, and they were not even going to really open the doors for this Belgium team to creep back in. So, well deserved. We're going to see Spain on the podium tomorrow. Who knows what color it is yet?
And we might see a little bit of baila, baila, baila. come Sunday night with these ladies because they know how to dance, and they're 40 minutes away from doing a lot of dancing. Anyway, Spain win it, and next up, Greece and France. Be sure to stick around. Thanks for watching.